Walking into the kitchen and finding Ned strumming the guitar, Tracy assumes Eddie Main has clearly not left the building. She says the bridge and tunnel twins, aka Olivia and Lois, told her Ned was back in his right mind. But when he calls Tracy mother, she realizes it really is her beloved son. He apologizes for how he behaved as Eddie, but she says his non-existence is in and of itself a gift. She tells him to put his guitar in the attic and focus on ELQ business. Willow swings by Crimson to visit Nina, asking if everything's ok between them. She feels as if Nina's been distancing herself, which her mom denies. Nina claims that having 2 full-time jobs has finally begun to take its toll on her. Changing the topic, Nina asks what she should get the kids for Christmas. Willow suggests that she get Amelia a doll with a career and Wiley something with wheels. They discuss the plans for Christmas Eve. They're interrupted by Ned. Once Willow exits, Ned taunts Nina by saying he was tempted to tell her daughter the whole truth about who tipped off at SEC. "Why didn't you?" she asks, adding that it doesn't matter who turned them in because what everybody forgets is that Carly and Drew committed a crime. She says that if Ned wanted to blow up her life, he would be talking to Sunny or Michael or Willow, not her. "So what does he want?" "To make a deal with you," Ned replies. He says he'll continue to keep quiet if she manages to get inside information that will give him an advantage where Crimson's parent company, Aurora, is concerned so he can beat Michael and Drew. Ned suggests she recall her time in Nixon Falls and how she kept Sunny's identity a secret. Why? Because that will remind her how resourceful she can be. Nina can either get him what he wants or have her secret exposed. The action is clearly at Kelly's today, where several characters have swung by. Obrecht and Scott reconnect there, and things definitely don't get off to a great start. "You asked me here to what end?" she asks. He responds that their relationship ended too soon. Meanwhile, it becomes clear that Brennan is more than aware that the restaurant is run by Sunny's ex, and at a nearby table, Sam and Christina do some catching up. Sam is shocked to learn that Christina is once again on board to carry TJ and Molly's baby. Albrecht makes it clear she's still not happy with Scott for having helped Elizabeth, even though her lies contributed to my Britta's death. She's having none of his excuses, dubbing their problems insurmountable. "The way I see it, Liesel, is that we march to a different drumbeat. That's why I think we are a good match," he says. She corrects him, saying they were a good match. But he only wants to reunite so he's not alone, and she's not willing to settle. Obrecht insists she's enjoying her travels and the people she's meeting and everything she's learning. But he accuses her of doing so much traveling as a way from hiding from her grief. Upset, she storms out, and he follows, begging her to let him in. "I understand the grief you're going through more than anyone," he says. "I buried 3 children." He suggests sharing their grief will bring them closer, but she says he's wrong. Obrecht tells Scott she doesn't want his help or anyone else's. "I doubt I will ever make sense of why I am still alive, but my children are not," she admits, wondering if perhaps grandson James is her reason to go on. Scott says he feels that way about Elizabeth's children, despite them not being related by blood. He says he wants love, and Obrecht does too. "You suggest we embrace this opportunity because another, better one might not come along?" she questions, but she refuses. "If one of us is settling, we both are. And I refuse," she says, saying that while they are not going to find a happy ending together, she hopes he finds one for himself. Brennan says the only person in town who might recognize him is Anna, and it's been decades since she saw him. Because Hume might be recognized by people in Sunny's circle, Brennan orders him to leave town, but not before finding the report that Forsyth stole from Anna. Brennan accuses Hume of having literally jumped the guy by killing Forsyth, who was more valuable alive. If that report falls into the wrong hands, it will compromise not only the WSB but Pikeman.